What's going on YouTube? This is Atomic Kev Collectibles coming back at you. I got a real special one for you today and a very unique figure. This is the Deform Godzilla Shin from the Shin Japan Heroes Universe. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the box. Taking a look at the box, or a closer look here, this is a part of the SJHU series, Shin Japan Heroes Universe here. And it's going to feature a deform or chibi version of Shin Godzilla here. This side of the box is going to feature the deformed Godzilla, another look of the figure inside here. Back of the box is going to feature a bunch of warning and caution labels here, along with another look at the figure, deformed Godzilla, and a bunch of Japanese lettering. And without further ado, let's crack this bad baby open. Trusty knife, cut. Let's see what the inside has to hold for us. Oh, more tape actually is what it has to hold for us. It's okay, I appreciate that my figures are nice and protected. It's always a nice little appreciation. Alright, now that the tape is cut, without destroying my box. Oh nice, it's already assembled. Cool. So here's a first look at the figure. It's actually going to be encased in another clamshell here. I see that there's some more tape, so we're just going to peel it this time rather than use the knife. But it will hold the figure nicely secure and in place during shipment, so you don't have to worry about your figure getting all messed up. Clamshell is open, and it looks like it's an articulated chibi figure, which is really nice. Alright, let's get him out of the bag here. Oh wow, this is super articulated. Ooh, pretty cool. Alright, initial first impressions of the figure. I love the sculpt on this. Super menacing look here. Oh, it looks like my little figure is missing a hand. Did that get lost in the bag, or? Sorry about the weird cut there, guys. I thought I had an incomplete figure, but after searching the contents of the baggage, I did find the other hand. Phew, thank God. I thought I had an incomplete figure there, but first impressions, this is a really cool little figure. It's actually surprisingly for an arcade toy, very, very highly detailed. They did do an amazing job with the sculpt. And as you can see, I'm actually playing around with this, and it has multiple points of articulation, which we'll go over in a second. But first impressions, I really like it. It's a really nice, sculpted, tiny figure with a really decent application. Right on, starting with the face of this figure, you get nice skin texture work and sculpt here along the face of the figure. You actually, the camera's picking it up pretty darn well, but you actually get really nice skin work there, you know, for a, essentially, I think this is actually like the equivalent of a $15 figure, because it was, like I said, it was an arcade prize that I won at my local round one. You get individually sculpted teeth here, and they're all individually painted. And also, I don't know if you can see that, but the inner workings of the mouth, they are just incredibly painted and sculpted on there. You get nice sculpted eyes as well, and then the colors on this thing pop pretty well. I mean, it's a matte black with some hues of red. Moving on to the back of the figure, you're going to get individually sculpted dorsal plates. You also get a nice sculpted tail, and look at all the skin texture and the different segmentations in the tail. Also, it's going to be nicely painted red. And then let's take a closer look at the tip of the tail. Man, look at that. You get a nicely sculpted Shin Godzilla tail here, tip of tail. Really iconic to this figure. Here's an underside look of the figure. You're going to get nicely sculpted skin texture in the front here along his chest and belly region. Nicely sculpted hands with individually sculpted and painted claws. His feet are actually really nicely sculpted as well. Look at that. Really menacing looking. I actually really like this figure, and it's a really small figure. So without too much articulation moving, this is what the figure looks like out of the box. You do get articulation in the head here. You do get a nice swivel and turn. You're also going to get nice articulation here in the belly. So you can go ahead and rotate your figure like this. Nice rotation. And it has a little bit of a tilt back. You have a little bit of movement in the arms, so you can rotate them up and down. Whoops. And then the arms themselves, or the hands, are going to be individually rotatable. Let me go ahead and pop this guy back in. There it is. Without damaging my figure. Woo. So they're not really meant to articulate too much, but you do have a little bit of rotation here in the hands. You do get some movement in the feet. As you can see, you do get a slight pivot there in the legs. You also get a nice ball joint pivot rotation in the feet here. It's little feetsies. Then you also get 1 point of articulation in the tail. So you can do this. It gets a full 360-degree rotation. Whoop. Pretty awesome. Now that we got detail, paint, and articulation out of the way, let's go ahead and get some side-by-side comparisons. Movie Monster, Haya Exquisite, YMSF, Fun, X Plus Defa-Reel, Band Presto Enshrined, Bandai 9-inch series, Ichiban's Show 25cm series, X Plus 30cm series, CCP Middle series, Omega Eggman, Mini Eggman, Finger Puppet. Final thoughts for this guy. Honestly, for a win at an arcade, this is a pretty cool figure. Can't complain too much because I didn't really spend that much money on him. And, you know, you're not going to get the equivalent of like a Haya toy per se, but I mean, it's cool to have a nice little articulated figure of Shin Godzilla here. I can't complain. The detail and the paint jobs are actually quite decent for a small little articulated figure. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you like what you saw, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? I know a lot of people are going to say it's no Haya or SH Monster Arts, but I mean, the figure is still pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having it or keeping it in my collection and putting him on my shelf. Also, guys, we are on the way to 100 subscribers. We are so close. I can almost taste it. So I really appreciate you guys. Give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job. Go ahead and subscribe, ring the bell notification, because I got a lot of cool stuff coming at you guys this week. Super excited to unbox some other things with you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Keep up to date. Anyway, guys, that'll do it. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.